we made an alliance called the Middle.
Like, we should do a final three sort of thing.
And I think Soraya and Emma would be on that Who I Want to Work With list.
Let me tell you about the island of Ul.
I just fed the monkeys the coconut, and I got a key. I think this key goes to the store in the Ferris wheel area. I told Alex about it. I told him I had the key. So maybe that's dumb, but hopefully he doesn't tell other people.
I still have faith in the Keen Scene crew.
Yes.
So
Like, again, I still want to work with you guys.
If Luciana and Rohan make it to the end, do you think they're gonna win?
I know I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I know basically everybody wants to see me gone.
What we're going to be doing is a version of speed dating.
I think Keynesian crew is going to have to come to an end today. If I get enough people on board with voting for Rohan, I'll give like a visual signal.
10th person voted out of Survivor Mission Season 7, and the 3rd member of our jury. Brian, please turn your Zoom video off.
Overall, great ski trip. Unfortunately, the skiing made me not very involved in gameplay for the past few days, but I've still had a great past few days Survivor-wise.
Also, Brian S. has voted with the Spurs every time, and he seems to make it clear that he's going to do so. I don't understand why they're in such a rush to vote Brian S. out, unless perhaps these two votes were just trying to destabilize Luciana.
I lost the two people who probably trusted me the most in this entire game. Can't go anywhere with that now.
So it baffles me that they're willing to take him out over someone like Rohan, who is the biggest threat in this game to win.
When I saw my name, like the first vote for me, I was like, I could feel my heart sink a little bit, and I was like, fuck. And I saw a second vote for me, and I was like, damn, that means someone besides Brian voted for me, and that is not a good feeling at all. And that's not even the worst of it. So after Tribal, Brian goes home, and I'm like fucking livid, right? So I'm like, I don't even care about the game at this point. I'm just like, alright, who wants to make it easy and tell me that they voted for me right now?
Alright, who wants to make it easy and tell me that they voted for me?
I did.
Alright, thank you. I appreciate your honesty.
I'll be honest, like, I wasn't planning to do this originally, but I realized you were in a really good position to win, like, this whole game. And yeah, I felt like if people don't take you out soon, you're gonna win this whole thing.
The worst thing he could have done was announce his feelings in front of the entire tribe. So that was fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I personally was uncomfortable. I felt like it was like what it should have been a one-on-one conversation that was made public. And I just felt awkward being there and listening to that.
After hearing that, I was just like, we should have kept Brian.
Clearly, he has no interest in working with the Keen Scene crew anymore. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest, that kind of hurts because I genuinely did want to go to the end with this guy.
It's pretty much been like the easy targets getting voted out. And I want people in power to feel that shift. And they haven't felt it quite yet.
Nothing Jared does can surprise me anymore because he just is unpredictable, I guess.
I'm sorry for kind of throwing you under the bus after the last tribal. That wasn't my intent when I did that.
I gotta figure out who I actually do want to go to the end with, because clearly Jared is not an option.
Now I'm just in this really, really bad spot that I'm not sure I can get out of unless I find the idol or win immunity or some other freaking miracle happens.
I'm pretty sure he's just doing damage control, but dude, there's too much damage to control. Like, you can't do that anymore.
Okay, I'm giving Alex my rusty key.
Oh, look at that. I just got this message that says, look, there's a key in front of you. How weird. Pick it up. Seems important somehow. Huh. What could this key be? I have no
That's it?
idea. What could I do with this? Damn, how did I end up with this key?
I think Alex has my back, and I put him as my number one on my trust list.
Megan trusts me a lot, and I trust her, and I think I could beat her in the end. You hurry back to the storefront, slide the key into the padlock, and sure enough, that at any moment the key will break off in the lock and seal this fine establishment for eternity. Give it a turn, then to your utter amazement, you hear the lock click. You're in. Let's go. By the time you are done searching, you come to the conclusion that the only item of note in the entire store is this one miniature wheel that won't stop spinning, despite the fact that you can't discern any power source or wind gust that would be causing it to do so. Deciding that you put way too much effort to go home empty-handed, you grab the wheel and make your way back to camp feeling somewhat disappointed, but also unable to shake the notion that this humble wheel might actually have a far greater purpose just waiting to be discovered.
So it's Ull's shrine.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to give me the mini Ferris wheel then? And then
Yes.
I'll try that. I have the miniature Ferris wheel, and I put it on the platform. Oh, and it opens. You swim in, the door shuts behind you, somehow taking in all the water with it. You take a deep breath and look around in wonder. It's a massive shrine of Ull. Wow. Surrounded by wheels and unlit candles. Seems like it needs a little help to get functioning properly again. You have an hour to make in real life the most perfect shrine of Ull that you can. Here is the shrine for Ull. There's some candles. Here's a compass. It's definitely wheel shaped. Here are 2 3D printed wheels, not by me. And here is measuring tape that is wheel shaped. And we also have some music for Ull. Let's see. Of course, there needs to be Wheel in the Sky because you sit there and watch and marvel as you feel yourself blessed by Ull himself as the light comes down. And this is your prize for solving the puzzle. Amazing. And then floating down from the heavens comes a beautiful, beautiful item along with a piece of parchment. Congratulations, you have found a hidden immunity idol. Ull has recognized your devotion and blessed you with his protection.
Immediately give that Ferris wheel to Megan, and she went to the lake and there's like a slot for something, put the Ferris wheel in there. She had to build herself a shrine, got the idol. Perfect. Bang. Not even, without me even asking, she says, this idol is yours to use if you ever need it. Music to my ears. Second time this game I haven't even had to ask for an idol, and someone's just offered it for me to use.
I got the idol.
You did?
Yeah.
Yay! Congratulations! Oh my gosh!
Okay, I wanted to give you the clue before.
So she told Luciana, and Luciana was like, yeah, you should tell the rest of them. So Luciana knows that I know about the idol, and we talked about it tonight.
But I mean, just know I have an idol, so if you need it at any point,
I appreciate that.
Out of everyone in the game, I am glad that she's the one who got it, considering she's the one I trust the most right now. And it's also great that she told me, because as far as I know, I'm the only one besides her that knows that she has the idol right now.
And then we got Rohan, who was super sketchy about it. When Megan told him about the idol, he's like, oh, don't tell Alex and don't tell Luciana. Okay, fine, Rohan, fine. I would have been the same way if I had found the idol, but, just tells me where your head's at. But yeah, I'm starting to lose a lot of trust in Rohan.
All right, come on in, guys. So once again, individual immunity is back up for grabs. So Will, I'm gonna need that back. I don't know where I'm gonna get it, but
I really don't know if I can take this off. I'm not good with jewelry.
all right. Well, you keep it on for now, and hopefully you win individual immunity again. If you don't, hopefully you. Oh, there you go. Round of applause for Will. Give Will some claps. So what we're going to be doing this week is a Family Feud styled tournament. So what that means is you guys will be competing one-on-one with another person in a Family Feud style game. And for those of you that don't know how that is, we have a category or a survey or something like that where we have the top 5 answers. And you guys have to guess what answers are on those top 5. So from then on, you guys will go one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one in a tournament style until there's only one person left. The twist is, we had all of you guys earlier this week send in lists of people in the order that you trusted them. Your rankings for this tournament are going to be in the order of the most trusted to the least trusted. So, for example, one of the first matches will be the most trusted person, the first, versus the 8th, or the last. And the second and the 7th, the 3rd and the 6th, 4th and the 5th. So those are going to be your matchups for the first round. So to start off, I'm going to read off the trust list. All right, so your rankings are in this order. Most trusted was Megan. Second most trusted was Alex. Third was Emma. Fourth was Luciana. Fifth was Rohan. Sixth was Soraya. Seventh was Will. And dead last, Jared, I see you got a little smile on your face. You are the least trusted person universally. So we're going to get right into it. Emma and Soraya, you guys are up first. Soraya, you are the lower seed, so you will get the first guess. Your guys' categories are the largest cities in the world by population.
Tokyo.
Tokyo, that is actually the number 1 answer. Well done, Soraya. That means, Emma, you don't even get a guess. Soraya, would you like to pass or play for this round?
I'll play.
All right, you're going to play. What is your next guess going to be? You already hit one of them.
New York.
New York, sadly, not in the list. That is going to be your first strike.
Shanghai.
Shanghai is number 3 on the list. Congratulations. Good job. That's now a strike. So 2 strikes left, 3 answers left on the board.
Beijing.
Beijing is not on the list. That'll be your second strike.
New Delhi.
New Delhi is number 2. Congratulations. That counts. So you just got 2 left. Still on your last strike.
LA.
LA, sadly, is not on the list. That means, Emma, you have a chance to steal. What is going to be your guess to steal?
Seoul in Korea.
Seoul is incorrect. That means Soraya wins this round. She'll be moving on to the next round. So for large cities in the world, it goes Tokyo, Delhi, Shanghai, Sao Paulo, Mexico City. Next matchup is going to be between Alex and Will. Will, you are the lower seed, so you'll get the first guess. Your category is going to be highest box office grossing animated films of all time.
Cars.
Cars is not on the list. Alex, you gonna guess to see if you get control of the board?
Frozen.
Frozen is number 3 on the list. Congratulations, you hit that one, Alex. Would you like to pass or play?
I'll play.
All right, you'll play. What's your second guess going to be?
Rio.
Rio is sadly not on the list. That is your first strike.
I remember that being big. Inside Out.
Inside Out, also not on the list. Alex, really not going well for you off the bat.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3, not on the list once again. Will, you get a chance to steal. You just have to get one of the 4 remaining movies on this list to win this round.
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2, not on the list. Guys, what about
Well, that was bad for both of us.
1 for 5 there, but that does mean that, Alex, congratulations, you have moved on to the next round. For highest grossing box office films, animated ones, it goes Lion King, the 2019 remake, Frozen 2, then Frozen, then The Incredibles 2, then Minions.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get any of those, so
Alex, I think your
I don't
answers
feel
were
bad.
better. I think our answers should have been up there.
So, third matchup is going to be Luciana and Rohan. Rohan will get the first guess because you are the lower seed. Your guys' category is the most streamed songs on Spotify.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody is not on the list. Luciana, for control of the board, you get a guess.
Blinding Lights, The Weekend.
Blinding Lights is number 4th on the list. Would you like to pass or play?
I will play.
What is your next guess going to be? Hit number 4 right there.
We'll do WAP. Why not?
WAP, great song, not on the list. That's your first.
We'll do Tootsie Slide. Why not? I have no idea.
What'd you say?
Tootsie Slide by Drake.
That is not on the list. Second strike. This is not going well for you guys so far.
We'll do Body by Megan Thee Stallion. There.
That is also not on the list. Third strike, Luciana. 3 in a row. Rohan, for a chance to stay in this challenge, you gotta hit one of the remaining 4.
I'll go with Positions, Ariana Grande.
Rohan, that is not on the list. I'm sorry, that means Luciana, you are going to move on to the next round. Sorry, Rohan, you're out of this challenge. The correct answers are...
Despacito has to be there, right?
No, actually.
What?
Number 1 is Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. 2 is Rockstar by Post Malone. 3 is Dance Monkey by Tones and I. 4th is Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. 5th is One Dance by Drake. So on to our last matchup of the first round. We got the first seed versus the 8th seed. Megan versus Jared. Jared, you'll get the first guess because you are by far the lower seed. Your category is going to be the largest public universities in the US by 2019-2020 enrollment. So Jared, you're up first. What is your first guess?
MIT.
MIT, not on the list. Megan, up to you. Again, this is public universities.
University of Florida.
University of Florida is number 5 on the list. Congratulations, Megan. That's a good hit. So yeah, now your turn to pick. You have control board. Do you want to pass or play?
I want to play.
All right, Megan, play. What is your second guess going to be?
University of Alabama.
University of Alabama, sadly not on the list. That will be your first strike.
UCLA.
UCLA, also not on the list. Also a trigger word for us University of Michigan people. Stupid basketball team, but yeah, that's your second strike.
Michigan State.
Michigan State is also not on the list. Trying to find your roots there, Megan. I see it.
I'm sorry, I had.
All right, so Jared, you got 4 options left on the board to steal and move on in this immunity challenge. You have to get this answer right.
Ohio State.
Ohio State University is on the list at number 3. Congratulations, Jared. You move on in this challenge, kicking the 1 seed Megan out of the immunity challenge. The correct answers are 1 is University of Central Florida or UCF, 2 is Texas A&M, 3 is Ohio State University, 4th is Florida International University, and 5th is University of Florida. All right, so next matchup we have is Sreya and Alex. Sreya, you are the lower seed between you and Alex. That means you will get the first guess for this category. All right, your category is the most disliked videos on YouTube.
YouTube Rewind 2019.
YouTube Rewind 2019, a very specific answer, but it's 5th on the list. Well done. But Alex, you do get a chance to tie or come back.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style, sadly not on the list. Sreya, you got control of the board. Would you like to play or pass?
I'll play.
So most disliked YouTube videos. You still got 4 left on the board. What's your next guess?
Logan Paul's video where he goes to the forest.
Logan Paul's video where he goes to the forest. Probably not the correct title of that video. Also not on the list. So I'm sorry, that will be strike number 1. You got YouTube Rewind.
YouTube Rewind 2018.
YouTube Rewind 2018 is number 1 on the list. The most disliked YouTube video of all time.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark is number 4 on the list. Sreya, you're killing it so far. Keep going. You got 2 left. 2 strikes left as well.
The Papa Sugar video. like, does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. No. It's not.
This is getting old, but YouTube Rewind 2017.
YouTube Rewind 2017. Sorry, Sreya. Your luck has run out. That is not on the board. All right, so that means, Alex, you have a turn to take back control, kick Sreya out of this challenge, and move on to the finals. What is your answer?
Well, I have no idea, so I'll just go YouTube Rewind 2020.
YouTube Rewind 2020, sticking with a common trend, and you are incorrect. That is not on the board. That means, Sreya, you move on to the final round. Correct answers were for the most disliked videos on YouTube. Number 1 is YouTube Rewind 2018, as we went over. Number 2 is Sadak 2 trailer. I don't know what that is. 3rd is Baby by Justin Bieber. 4th is Baby Shark. And 5th is YouTube Rewind 2019. All right, so on to the 6th round, our second semifinal match we have between Luciana and Jared. So Jared, as you are the 8th and lowest seed, you will get the first guess for this category. All right. Your category is the largest countries in the world by GDP.
I should know this because I'm an econ major. I'm gonna say United States.
United States is in fact the number 1 answer. We did not rig this at all. Jared just happened to get the econ question, apparently. All right, so that means number 1 answer. Luciana, there's nothing you do about that. So Jared, would you like to pass or play?
I'm gonna pass.
Our first pass of the game. That means, Luciana, your turn to start guessing. You got 3 strikes. If you don't get all the answers within 3 strikes, Jared will get a chance to steal.
China.
China is number 2 on the list. That counts. No strikes counted against you. You got 3 answers left. What's your next guess going to be?
Germany.
Germany is number 4 on the list. Just 2 left. Jared, I see him sweating it out a little bit over there, may have made a mistake.
France.
France is not on the list. That will be your first strike.
Japan.
Japan is number 3 on the list. That means there's only 1 country left. You got 2 strikes to get it.
UK.
The UK is not on the list. That will be your second strike.
UAE.
UAE, not on the list. Jared, you get 1 chance, 1 guess. to move to the finals in this challenge?
India.
Jared has guessed India. If he's correct, he moves on to face Soraya in the finals of this individual immunity challenge. If he is wrong, he is out, and Luciano will go to the finals. The country with the 5th largest GDP in the world is, in fact, India. Jared, you are moving on. Another steal, getting you to the finals. All right. So, Luciana, I'm sorry, you're out of this challenge. That means we got Soraya and Jared in the finals of this challenge. And Jared, once again, the last seed in this entire game, you'll be able to get the first guess for this category. So, your guys' category is longest running reality TV shows by years. So, longest running shows that are on TV.
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America, not on the list. Soraya, it is all up to you now.
I don't understand what's happening, but I'm gonna guess Survivor.
Survivor is on the list, tied for 4th place. The game that we're playing right now. So, Soraya, up to you. Do you want to pass or play?
I'll play.
All right, she's gonna play. If Jared wins this challenge, it will be by stealing 3 consecutive rounds. All right, Soraya, what is your next guess? 5.
Big Brother.
Big Brother is also number 4 on the list. Big Brother and Survivor are tied. Soraya, still on you. You have 0 strikes. You have 3 answers left on the board.
America's Next Top Model.
America's Next Top Model, as you said, I would laugh, not on the list. That's your first strike.
Cooking with Jeffrey. That's not a show.
Cooking with Jeffrey. A valid, viable guess. At least you got words out, but as you know, not a show, not on the list. All right, you got
Sad.
Yes, unless you hit something on the board. Which at this rate, not seeming likely.
Oh my god.
4, 3, 2, 1. Just no answer. No answer from Soraya. Obviously, that is your 3rd and final strike. That means, Jared, it all comes down to you. All right, so Jared, what is your guess?
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race. Similar reality show to Big Brother and Survivor, as have I already put on the list. Jared, if you're correct, again, you get individual immunity, are safe from the vote this week. If not, individual immunity goes to Soraya. All right, so is the Amazing Race on this list? The Amazing Race is actually not on the list. That means, Soraya, you have won individual immunity. Congratulations. No votes will be able to be cast towards you at this week's Tribal Council. Everyone else, not safe. Number 1 is Cops. 2 is The Real World. 3 is The Challenge. And then tied for 4th is Survivor and Big Brother. All right. So with that, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Congratulations, Soraya. And yeah, that's it. Grab your stuff, head out. Good night.
I was so close. Oh my gosh. I was 1 answer away from getting that immunity necklace, and I needed it because I'm the most untrustworthy person in this game.
Man, so every contestant getting ranked on their trustworthiness was the best thing to happen to me in this game in a while.
Okay, so I'm kind of mad because the last challenge, it was revealed like the overall trust list, and somehow I ended up on number 1.
I got ranked 2nd to lowest. I am the 2nd least trustworthy person still on my tribe. That's no surprise at all. you know.
Which, okay, isn't even that surprising. But it's only because I've been lying to a bunch of, like, people. Like, it's not because they they think they trust me, but they shouldn't. Because I'm pretty much saying the same thing to everyone.
Rohan got voted as the least trustworthy Spur, and I think Luciana was the second least trustworthy Spur. Those are pretty low numbers, so now the Spurs are getting pit against each other.
So, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not happy with what I heard.
Now I get to step in and say, Rohan, man, you are too charismatic. You are too well liked. You've played this game too well up until this point. Everybody except for me doesn't want to go to the final 3 with you.
Like, to be fair, like maybe I was a little conceited to think it was me. Like,
Yeah, I was really surprised that you had fallen that far.
I'm the lowest ranking member of the original Spurs, which is not a great look. But at the same time, it kind of shows you that, you know, everyone's looking at me right now, but I might be a meat shield for like a Megan or like an Alex right now, which I hope people realize today.
I can't help it for being fucking attractive and good looking and charming and charismatic and intelligent and good at Survivor. Like, it just comes natural to me.
I totally feel like this is a week that the Spurs are ready to finally vote out another Spur. And like a real Spur, not like Evelyn, who's kind of like an out Spur, like an in Spur.
I'm in a great position in this game right now. Like, all the Spurs trust me a lot, I think. The only one I'm worried about is Rohan flipping on me. I don't know. He's gonna flip on me soon, so I'd rather just flip on him now. So that was my thinking.
Okay. Alright, okay. That's good to hear.
I think right now my only play is just to adopt the anyone but me mentality. Like, so far I've been at the top of the game, at the top of every vote, and my philosophy has been let the vote be anyone but my allies. Now I don't know if I have the luxury anymore. I might have to switch to the anyone but me strategy.
People see me and Rohan as like a duo, but they see Rohan as more threatening. And I'm not sure entirely why, but I'll take it. I'll let them think that.
I think me kind of saying after Brian got voted out that I saw Rohan as a big threat, I think did wake up a few people.
This week, I want Rohan and Luciana to use my body. I truly think if the 3 of us want to make it in the end, Rohan and Luciana need to use me as a meat shield.
And I also hope that I have enough bodyguards. Because Rohan is a bodyguard to me. Will is a bodyguard to me. Alex is a bodyguard to me. We start getting rid of those and people are going to start seeing me as the biggest threat.
This is the first time in a long time that I think my pitch for me to stay in actually makes sense and it actually benefits them to keep me around.
I kind of see it as like, you know, all these like smaller players, all these hyenas are kind of like the bishops and the knights and the rooks, and they're kind of fighting it out. And then Luciana's the queen and I'm the king. So my thought process is, and she actually was the first one to give this analogy, was that once the queen gets captured, the king is basically screwed and he's about to be checkmated. So my goal is to keep Luciana in the game as long as humanly possible.
Like, all of us are getting our names mentioned, which is rough. I think it kind of shows that, like, once one of us is gone, like, the other 2 are very likely to follow. Because that's what it seems like it's on everyone's agenda right now. So we gotta have each other's backs. Sreya is obviously immune, and then there's like those 3 girls that, like, if one of us gets voted out here, those 3 girls are probably just gonna run with the numbers, the way I see it.
The other thing is that these are freshman ladies scare me. This Megan, Emma, Sreya triangle, what have you, scares me because I know Emma's close with both of them, and they could definitely pull numbers their way if they were to make it into a final, a final 6 or something.
There's fear of this 3-person girls freshman alliance, which would be Sreya, Emma, and Megan. And like, I don't know how real it actually is. I know for sure Emma and Sreya are tight. I don't know how close Megan is actually to them. But if it's something that I can, it's what I've been doing the entire game. It's propaganda to get people behind something, no matter if it's true or not.
Well, my thought process is like, say we move forward with voting out Emma, then Megan doesn't really have a connection with Sreya. It's more like through proxy through Emma, I would say. And so she would kind of defect and just go back to the numbers, which is us. And then we can target someone like a Jared or an Alex even.
Yeah. You're definitely right. If we're able to get Emma, it cracks wide open.
We're gonna all vote together, and we're gonna also bring along Alex, who's kind of a pseudo lion right now, and we're gonna vote out one of the hyenas.
I'm hearing rumors of some sort of power trio going on with Emma, Megan, and Sreya, the freshman girls. Which
I could see it.
absolutely, Emma's kind of the middle. I feel like of that. Like it's like Emma's close with Sreya and Megan. So that's something that's been on the forefront of my mind, 100%.
Yeah. Me, Megan, and Emma have a final 3 deal. Before today, we had a final 3 deal. But now I'm hearing that there's this freshman girl alliance of Sreya, Megan, and Emma, which scares me a lot because I do know that Emma is closer with Sreya than she is with me. Megan, I know, trusts me the most in this game. But I am worried about Emma, so she is a very interesting possibility to vote out.
I'm not ready to lose my grasp on the game just yet. Like, I can feel it slipping out of my fingers, and I'm ready to take the fucking game by its balls.
I had a very strange conversation with Will. First of all, he calls me in to talk, and all of a sudden he's mentioning things like, hey, you know what? It's probably worth thinking about voting for Emma or Megan.
What are your thoughts on Emma towards the end? Other than that, she wants to get me out.
I would like to vote with her for as long as possible, but then I would like to vote her out before the final 3.
Will's asking me, why don't you vote for me this round, Shreya? And I'm like, Will, we're allies. I wouldn't do that to you. Bear Grylls, am I right?
I got a 50% chance at immunity. I would have to spin a wheel at tribal, and it may or may not work out, obviously. And then it's also transferable.
We're here in Nashville. Great time. Just got off a party bus. Time for a little drunk confessional action. We just got off the party tractor. I'll be honest. When I talked to Will, your name was brought up, not by me, but I did entertain the discussion. I talked about it with him for sure. Not gonna lie, I did talk about it. But the plan was always either Will or Luciana in my eyes. Luciana's gonna win the game if she gets to the end, so maybe I should want Luciana. I think it's not good for the short term. I think it's better for the short term if Rohan gets out, and I don't really want Emma out. I think I could go to the final 3 with Emma. So it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. From what I have heard, people are on board to vote Luciana, so I guess that would work.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
I know Luciana threw my name out there.
She did.
Which she did. She did.
I think the Spurs are finally ready to vote out Luciana. And, gosh darn it, I'm ready for that too.
I really don't like Will at all. I'm sorry. I know he's gonna watch this back when this airs or whatever, but I just don't understand. First of all, he tells all of us different things, that he wants to work with us, which I guess that isn't that different from what I do. But whatever, at least I'm more subtle about it. I mean, I don't want to be the one to say it, but we've said Will a lot. Is that somebody that we would actually want to get out this time?
We definitely could. I mean, just my thoughts are I want him out before final 6. and this is before Final Six.
I don't know. It's just if we vote Will out, it just gets harder for us. Like, it just makes it so that there's less numbers for us to work with, I think.
I personally kind of want to start, doing well in these challenges. So not having Will in the game would be helpful. But at the same time, I'm not convinced that it's the best play for us right now.
Like, I think all of us have talked about the fact that, like, if one bear goes, like, I can't imagine two bears going to the final. So, like, if it's two Spurs and one bear, like, I don't think any of us would win against one bear. So, like, end game, there can't really be any bears there. So, like, is it worth getting, like, Will and Soraya these next two times and just ensuring that it's, like, a Spur, 3 Spurs, and then, like, whatever happens with Jared? I do not like Will.
Yeah, I just kind of want to get him gone, but also, like, we won't get Soraya on that.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. I think she really wants Luciana this vote.
Yeah.
Which, for our game, is that what's best? Like, I don't know if it's, like, one vote too early, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully Will is the vote tonight. I'm gonna try to talk to Luciana. I know she's at work, but I'm gonna probably text her and be like, hey, Soraya's kind of throwing you under the bus. I've heard that she's trying to say that I'm the one who came up with it, which is not true.
I do agree with Will. Like, he has really been hammering home the fact that, like, he's a big threat. As soon as he goes, it's a domino effect of, like, me, Rohan, Luciana. If Rohan goes home, he's next, then I'm next. Like, he has a point there. I don't want him anywhere near the top 5, like, which is scary. It's just hard. And he is, like, so... It's hard to know when he's being truthful and when he's just, like, lying straight to your face with it.
Emma and Megan are gonna vote for Will. Jared and Will are gonna vote for Emma, and then Soraya apparently doesn't know about the Will plan. She still thinks that the vote is for Luciana. And so that leaves me, Luciana, and kind of by proxy, Alex.
There's a lot of options. Nothing's really clear right now, which sucks because I'm going to be MIA.
I don't know. I can see this going wrong in many ways.
Yeah, I agree, dude. It's like, I just feel like we're restricting our options so much right now by voting out Emma.
If the 3 of us stick together and make sure that we get to final, because if we don't stick together, none of us are going to make it to final tribal. We are all going to get picked off.
But my only worry is that if you vote out Will here, like, the next person everyone's going to target is probably going to be you.
I think this week might be my demise, or everything goes as planned. But there's only one thing to do. Hey Google, play Screwed by Janelle Monáe on Spotify.
Screwed by Janelle Monáe. Sure. Playing on Spotify.
Alright, come on in, guys. Before we get into it, I'll welcome in the members of our jury. We got Carolyn, Evelyn, and voted out at the most recent tribal council, Brian. There he is with the sunglasses. All right, so we'll get right into it talking about that challenge. So last challenge we had, trust lists were released. Megan, you came out as the most trusted person in the entire game. How does that feel? Do you feel safe this week because of it, or not so much?
To be honest, I'm a little surprised. But I don't know. I guess you could see it as a good or a bad thing. I'm hoping, like, the people I'm close with, like, don't see it as like a reason to vote me out. But I feel like relatively safe with like the people I'm close with, so I'm hoping.
Fair enough. Then the other side of that token, you got Jared. I see you smiling right now. You were one question away from winning the challenge, but obviously you didn't. And obviously the least trusted person in this game. So do you feel giant target on your back this week because of that?
Yes.
Just yes? Have you heard your name being thrown around this week at all? Or is it just kind of, a general worry? Have you heard things? Or is it just more of like, oh shit, I'm the least trusted person. Oh no.
I mean, like, I have heard that my name's been getting thrown around, so I'm definitely concerned for tonight. So, my sort of thinking going into this tribal is I will not be surprised if my name gets written down tonight.
So still on the challenge, Soraya, you won the challenge, immune this week. How does that feel? Are you feeling good about this week? And, obviously last couple weeks we had almost unanimous votes for the last 2 votes. And this week, are you expecting another unanimous vote or not so much?
I guess I can't comment on where everyone's at, but if what everyone has told me is true, then it should be unanimous. And I do think, though, that this is the last tribal, that things are going to be very clear-cut.
So, speaking of that, Rohan, last tribal council, you were the only person to get a vote besides Brian, who ended up going home. Do you see that, not so good of a sign, or are you still feeling comfortable this week?
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to see their name written down in tribal council. And, obviously, I did get my name written down by 2 people, but the vast majority of the people in the game didn't write my name down, which is, you can look at it from that aspect as well, which is, a good thing. I do trust in my relationships I've made with the people in the game, so it's glad that that's coming to fruition. I think the main takeaway from that tribal was more what happened afterwards, when the person who wrote my name down, who's still in the game, announced to everyone that they think I'm a huge threat, and that's why they wrote my name down. And I'm not gonna fault anyone for writing my name down, especially when they have a good reason. But that definitely worries me a lot.
So Jared, I saw you point to yourself doing one of these right there. So obviously you're coming out as a person, you voted for Rohan, said he was a big threat. Is he a target for you this week?
Yes, I did openly admit to everyone I wrote his name down. I do personally believe that if he gets to the end, he has a really good chance at winning. I definitely did think of him as a potential target this week, but, things could potentially change. Again, I'm not confident that I might survive this tribal council, so I'm not entirely sure, one, if voting Rohan would matter all that much, or maybe there's other people that you might want to focus on, potentially before focusing on other people like Rohan.
So, Emma, Soraya said, hopefully it's another straightforward week. Jared goes, things could still change. What has been your interpretation this week? Has it been more straightforward or, more chaotic, and maybe we could expect someone to be surprised this week?
I mean, honestly, I know for me personally, I've been kind of out of the loop, not completely, but more so than other weeks. And so, I hope that things aren't changing too much, but, communication is a big part of this game. And so if you're not kept in the loop, you might not know what's going on. And so I'm hoping that it's pretty straightforward, but you never know.
So, Will, obviously you've heard a lot of things from a lot of different people, even at this tribal council. Some people think they're in the loop, some people think maybe not, some people think it's an easy vote, some people not. What's been your gauge of the vote this week, and do you think someone could be blindsided this week?
I don't think it's a secret to anyone that I'm on the bottom of the totem pole right now. I really am not in the loop. I take everything that people tell me with a grain of salt, because honestly, I expect to be sitting where Evelyn is sitting right now. So people tell me one thing, but I kind of expect to go home at any time. So, everything I hear, I take with a please and a thank you, and may I have some more, but I'm really don't put a lot of faith in what people tell me right now.
Fair enough. So Luciana, we've heard Will saying he might be at the bottom of the totem pole. Jared saying he might get some vote this week. Is it coming down to them two? Some other names have been tossed around, or what's kind of been what you've been seeing this week?
I definitely feel like I'm on the chopping block too. We've got one end of the trust list with Megan, the other end with Jared, and I came in at a solid number 4. So I know half the people love me, half the people hate me. And when I signed up for this, I said I wanted to be somewhere between a hero and a villain, so at least I'm living up to my own expectations. That's solid.
I'm changing up my final question a little bit. I'm gonna ask, raise your hand if you've heard your name thrown out this week. I got everyone except for Sreya, Megan, Will, and I got one finger from Alex. All right, so with that, it is time to vote. All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, when the votes are read, the decision is final. The person being voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Emma. Second vote. Will. That's 1 vote Emma, 1 vote Will, 6 votes left. Emma. Will. That's 2 votes Will, 2 votes Emma, 4 votes left. Luciana. Will. That's 3 votes Will, 2 votes Emma, 1 vote Luciana, 2 votes left. Eleventh person voted out of Survivor Michigan Season 7, the 4th member of our jury. Will, please turn your Zoom video on.
It's been a pleasure, guys.
All right, so with each vote slowly getting more and more complicated than the last, looks like we have a fun final 7 in store. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night.
What is he doing? I'm sick and tired of these people.
Oh, what? Why would he do that? What if we potentially voted for Megan instead?
But this game just got 100 times more complicated.
You know, I only have 1 more year at the University of Michigan, and I really want to make the most of the time that I have here. I want to be able to tell my kids that, yo, Michigan is badass, and I did all this cool stuff here. So I'm just trying to make the most of it. And I thought that, since I'm a huge Survivor fan, that Michigan Survive would be the best way to do that. I think I kind of hit that good mix of being unintimidating enough to kind of fly underneath the radar, but kind of having enough in me that people would want to keep me around.